The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and are not necessarily those of WPSL. WPSL does not endorse products that may be mentioned. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast is strictly prohibited without written consent of WPSL. It's time now to check your indoor air quality as WPSL presents Speedy on Call with Speedy Air Conditioning Service. Call in now with your HVAC questions at 340-1590. Now, here's your host.
Hey everyone, this is Sharon. Welcome to Speedy on Call and Speedy AC Service. We are a full-service AC company providing service to the Treasure Coast from Vero Beach to Hobe Sound. And we offer maintenance agreements. We offer to come out and do a service for you, installations. Right now we have a special promo going on, and I'm going to have my special guest talk about this thermostat feature when he gets here. He just flew in from a conference, so he'll be here shortly. But we're going to be giving away a Wi-Fi thermostat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's about a $325 value for people who do an install for the month of, we're in May, correct? Mm-hmm. It's going by too fast, way too fast. Cinco de Mayo coming up this weekend. And we also want to give a big shout out to Bob Mendenhall. He was our winner for the Whole House UV Light promotion we had going on for the month of March and April. So we want to just give a shout out to him and say thank you, and hopefully he's contacted our office or we've contacted him to get that installed for him and ready to go.
So great feature to add to the brand new system.
Exactly. So is a Wi-Fi thermostat.
Yeah, I was just
this is perfect for snowbirds, perfect for people who are gone a lot. They can track and keep tabs on their AC unit if they need to adjust that temperature for those really hot days. They're just able to watch it. I love mine. I have one in my home in Colorado. I have one here, and I'm able to just monitor it. You know, if it's a hot day and I want to come home, I'm coming home, I kick it down just a little bit on my way home to make it a little bit cooler.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so you're not wasting energy while you're not there?
No, not at all. I might during the day have an hour and a half where I cool it down just a little bit to kind of take some of that humidity out.
So are you cooling here in Florida and warming in Colorado?
That is correct. Yes, I am. I am warming in Colorado for sure. We don't use AC much. I probably turn it on in June, late June, and then I turn it off maybe August. So.
Is there a time where you open windows and stuff like that?
Okay. Oh, yeah. And I do that here every once in a while.
We don't have the luxury of really opening windows here in Florida because of the humidity.
I've noticed that, like last fall, there was some cool, November, December, January, there were some cool days.
Well, you need two things. You need it to be cooler, and you need the humidity to be low.
Right.
And it's like everybody is open everything up.
Yeah, when you open it, it feels great, but, otherwise you can't. Also wanted to mention, if you're thinking about getting a new air conditioning, they are costly. It's a big purchase. But we're coming up on the really hot season here in Florida, from what I understand. This is my first one. Not sure I'm looking forward to that or not, but we do offer 0% financing with approved credit for up to 36 months. So if your AC is pretty old, or it's starting to give you issues, give us a call at the office at 772-871-1560. We can come out and give you that free estimate on the air conditioning unit and tell you all about the manufacturer specials, rebates, and everything.
Now, you have a special guest coming on today.
We do.
And he's on his way to the studios, but on the line. Do you want to start the interview with him on the phone?
That.
You'll need your headphones.
Yeah, his name is Randolph. He just came in from a conference. And he's a representative for RUD or RUD. I don't know how they pronounce it down here. I'm from the South, so I go RUD. But, yeah, so we can.
He's on the line.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I got stuck in traffic at the Jupiter exit.
Oh, man.
So I apologize. Anyway,
That's okay.
it's been about 10 minutes there, so I'm en route, but I'm happy to do whatever you would like me to do.
Well, we have, I mentioned just a few minutes ago, we're going to be giving away the Honeywell Wi-Fi Focus Pro 6000 thermostat. Do you have any knowledge on that? Because I don't. I know I love Wi-Fi thermostats, but do you have anything specific about this that you can talk about?
Yeah, I could talk some generalities on it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That'd be great.
I'm happy to do that. Yeah, sure thing.
Well, we're on the air now.
Yeah, we're on the air now, so let's Move on. Go for it.
Hey, good morning. So, in reference to the Honeywell programmable Wi-Fi thermostat, some of the options on it are that you can control your thermostat in this residence from your cell phone.
That's
so
cool.
You can get alert. Hey, I've got some kind of a service issue. The temperature is, risen above a set point, or conversely, the temperature in the house is dropped below a set point that you, the homeowner, in conjunction with the contractor, would select. You can also, as I said, change the temperature setting either up or down, make the house warmer or cooler through your phone. And with the Honeywell technology, what it'll do is it'll actually set up an electronic gateway. What that means is if you're out of town, when you come back into town and you get within 2 miles of your home, the system will detect your cell phone and go ahead and begin to start the system up to achieve the desired temperature that you want it to be at when you get home. So if you want it to be 78 when you get home at 8 o'clock at night, when you get within 2 miles of that home, it will go ahead and start to ramp the system up and have the temperature in the house be that desired temperature when you walk in the front door.
Wow, I did not know that was one of the features. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I usually just kind of look at my cell phone and see what the temperature is and make that adjustment. But if I have it preset, I don't have to worry about that. It will just do it on its own.
Yeah, it's great. And it'll actually, there's another level with that thermostat series where you can actually, and it helps a lot of our snowbirds down here. What you can do is put a water sensor that, like close to a water heater, or that's the most common one, but sometimes close to, say, a bathroom. It's a remote water sensor. You set it on the floor, and what will happen is if it detects any moisture, say, hey, I've got a water heater, there's a very small leak, it will go ahead and alert that person's cell phone and let them know, hey, you've got a water leak. So if you've got somebody watching your home, or you have a preferred contractor that you have service your water heater, or, goodness forbid, for some reason the air conditioner, emergency drain pan overflows, you'll get that alert, and then you can send somebody to the house immediately instead of coming home after
a lot of damage.
Yep, exactly.
That's a really nice feature, and I'm assuming that those little sensors are not very costly, and you can have them, get them off from Amazon.com or Home Depot or something like that.
Yep. You can get them on Amazon. I'm not sure if Home Depot or Lowe's carries them just yet, but I would imagine they will very shortly. And it's a great way to tie that in with the thermostat that you're giving away, just to give that additional layer of peace of mind when you're out of town.
Right, because a lot of times you don't realize your hot water heater is as old as it is, and the internal components can start corroding, and then you can start having those leaks when you least expect it, and that's a nice little feature.
It always seems to be a surprise, doesn't it?
It is. No matter what you do, I think it's always a surprise, so that's nice. I guess you could put one by your washing machine as well if you don't have a drain pan. You could set one there too.
Exactly.
You can put them anywhere where there's water, possible water.
Yep, you are correct. Some people actually put them underneath their kitchen sink.
Oh, that's a novel idea. I like that too. Well, that's pretty good.
I have a friend who had their water, their sink leaked in the kitchen, and did a lot of damage while they were out of town.
Yeah, I had a neighbor up in Colorado while they were gone. Their washing machine, the hose came undone. And by the time they got back, even though I was watching the house, I told them I'd go like every 3 or 4 days. When we went over there, there was a lot of water damage. It was very extensive, so that would have been a nice feature. But that was like 15 years ago.
Well, and also on this thermostat, the Honeywell thermostat, you can get reminders. Hey, it's time to change the filter. Life gets busy, and lose track of that stuff. Even with me in the industry, sometimes I forget to change my filter. So
right.
making those alerts, those maintenance alerts to your phone. And, if you've got somebody that's a practical joker, if the husband goes out of town and the wife's at home, he can raise and lower the thermostat just to make sure that she's on her toes.
Well, there you go. That's pretty cool. Well, that's pretty awesome. So, yeah, we do have this as a giveaway. It's a $325 value. It will be installed for the same price. I mean, $325 installed plus the Wi-Fi thermostat. So just call our office at 772-871-1560 for that free estimate for a new unit. And if you decide to get that installed, then your name will get put into the drawing for the Wi-Fi thermostat.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with more Speedy On Call here on WPSL. You can call in with questions and comments, 340-1590, and we'll be right back.
Come on in, we'll roll up our sleeves. There's a lot of work to do. If you want the job done right, we're ready for you.
Ready, set, cool. Treasure Coast residents, are you ready to keep your home or business cool through the summer and warm each winter? The expert technicians at Speedy Air Conditioning are ready to handle everything from maintenance and repairs to emergency service. Right now, hit a home run in savings with up to $750 off and 0% financing for 24 months on qualified systems from Rude. Call Speedy Air Conditioning for all the details at 871-1560. From Stewart to Vero Beach, Speedy Air Conditioning is your HVAC and indoor air quality company. License CAC 1817623. From maintenance and repairs to new product installation, count on Speedy Air Conditioning.
If you want the job done right, we're ready for you.
Online, SpeedyACService.com. Call 772-871-1560.
And you're listening to Speedy On Call on WPSL Digital 1590, brought to you by Speedy Air Conditioning Service. Back to Sharon.
Hey guys, welcome back. Like she said, we are Speedy On Call, and then we're Speedy AC Service. We're servicing Vero Beach to Hope Sound. We do a full service. We do maintenance. We have maintenance agreements. We also offer service repairs, obviously, and new installations. We also have, right now, if you've got a new AC system that's less than 2 years old that we installed for you, we have some labor warranties to go along with your manufacturer warranties that are for 10 years. That covers the parts. Our warranty would cover the labor. And then you've got peace of mind all the way through 10 years. You pick up the phone, you give us a call, and it's not going to cost you anything to have us come out and repair, look at, check, or whatever. So give the office a call at 772-871-1560 to set up that free estimate. And I'm still waiting for my special guest, Randy, to get here. He got stuck in some traffic. I'm going to see if he's on his phone and we can keep talking. Are you there, Randy?
I am. Thank you very much.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate it. So what can you tell me about SEER ratings? I know they have changed over the years. 13 used to be really, really good, and now they're moving up to 14, 16, 17 SEER, but that is different than a tonnage for what you need to cool your home. So what can you tell me about SEER ratings and the importance of those?
SEER rating, so the SEER, the SEER, stands for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Rating. And that is a rating that the Department of Energy and the EPA, what they're trying to do is just get units that are more energy efficient to obviously drive down energy costs. And what that means is it's a numerical factor that the higher that number is, like you said, 13 SEER, 14 SEER, 16 SEER, the higher that SEER rating is, the more efficient the system is. So right now, the government mandates in residential applications, the least efficient system that you can now have installed in your house is a 14 SEER.
Okay.
There are units out there in the ductless residential split application that go all the way up to 33 SEER.
Wow.
So it's, obviously with less energy consumed, there's a big payoff to the homeowner. Many times a homeowner can realize a very quick return on their investment with a properly matched up SEER system for their application.
I noticed in that mine really quick. I had mine just replaced in Colorado, and I noticed that really quick. It went from a 13 to a 16 SEER, and I think I got a, what is it called, dual speed or dual cycle or fan, something like that. And then I replaced the one here in Port St. Lucie with a 16 SEER. And I can definitely tell a difference. It's not working as hard as the other ones, and it's saving me money on my utilities for sure.
And the way I put it, especially in the variable speed applications, many times those SEERs are up and over 17 SEER, all the way up to 25, even 30 SEER. The neat benefit to that is, especially in our climate, the motor actually will ramp up and ramp down, almost like your throttle or your gas pedal as you go down the interstate. It'll throttle up and down. Why that's important in Florida is it keeps the humidity in the home low. So anybody knows, hey, if you there's just a big difference if it's 90 degrees outside and it's 20% humidity, or it's 90 degrees with 90% humidity.
I've noticed that.
That sounds like summer.
My humidity fluctuates. My house can be really comfortable for days, then all of a sudden it's like, what the heck? It's so humid. I'm like, and I haven't touched the thermostat at all. So I'm guessing, like you said, it has to do with the temperature and humidity outside that's affecting also how your unit is running and affecting the humidity inside.
That's correct.
It's nerving for me. I'm like, I can't stand it.
Well, and that's another great thing about Speedy, just to give them a plug. It's very important when you consider replacing the equipment in your home to have a brand new load calculation done on the home, because what they do is they use a computerized program. They take measurements of the home, the windows. They factor everything from the color of the roof to the direction the home faces. It's very important to make sure that that equipment is properly sized.
Correct, yes.
Some folks think, well, I've got a 3-ton unit, so I'll put a 3-ton unit in. Well, no, that's not right. Even though the units are more efficient, they also do a better job of conditioning the home. So having a unit that's too big is just as bad as having a unit that's too small.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense to me. But you're right, a plug again for good old Speedy AC service. I've been working with them for a few months now, and I'm just really impressed with the fact that they have a lot of integrity, and they're experts at what they do. And you can check out a lot of our ratings and reviews at the Better Business Bureau, even on the Rude website, Yelp, Home Advisor. They're top notch, and the guys that work out in the field, they're very well trained, and the office staff that I work with. I mean, it's just really great to work for a place like that has the integrity, that has the knowledge, that can actually wants to help educate the consumer at their home and provide them with a comfortable place to be inside their home where the air is good and they don't have to worry too much about their AC unit.
Yes, it is. And if I can throw in one more plug for Speedy, I represent the Rude product, and Speedy is a Rude Pro partner. So what that means is Rude selected the best of the best contractors in the area. I service a 5-county area, and of the 50 customers I service, and I have access to over 500 customers, I've only got 4 that are pro partners, and Speedy is one of those 4.
Wow, that's great. And I think right now there is a manufacturer's rebate when you purchase a Rude. Do you have to have a certain SEER? Is it a 1416? And, I think it's up to $750 with a Rude.
That is correct. So the least efficient system that you can get a rebate on is the 16 SEER. But it goes all the way up to a 20 SEER, and you're correct, Sharon. With a 20 SEER, you pair that with the EcoNet Control Center and a variable speed motor on your air handler and a Wi-Fi module, which will operate very similar
That's
So you're
awesome.
already saving money right out of the gate as soon as you get it installed.
Yes, correct, because the variable speed, because the more energy efficient unit that you're purchasing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very cool. And you were mentioning earlier about, the efficiency of the Sears and how it helps take the humidity out of the home and the variable speeds. So that's very good to know that, especially in a state that's got a lot of humidity. So a single speed would work, but if you want to help with the humidity, a variable speed is the way to go.
That's correct. The single speed will remove humidity, but it's the thing that's really good about the variable speed, in addition to the ability to more efficiently remove humidity from the home, is when that system on a single speed starts up and has a call for cooling, you get a high amp draw or a high electrical draw. So when that compressor comes on, boom, your electricity comes on at 100%. Whereas with the variable speed system, the compressor, upon a call for cooling, will begin to ramp up very slowly, and then with the algorithm in that control center, it will still achieve the desired set point of the home, but it ramps up at such a slow rate to do it. It does it so efficiently, you save money and remove humidity even more efficiently.
Now, I would think that would also help the longevity of the unit.
Oh, yeah.
Does that help?
That's a very good point. A very good point.
That's good. And
Sure
I know
does. Just less wear and tear on that compressor.
And on some of the Wi-Fi thermostats, I am not sure if this Wi-Fi Focus Pro 6000 has it, but it monitors the humidity within the home, which should be able to help you set maybe a correct temperature or something to help keep that humidity at bay. So that's another
There you go.
feature.
Very good point.
Yeah, it's another feature for some of the Wi-Fis.
Exactly. It does do that, and a lot of times you can set your thermostat at a warmer temperature because you're controlling the humidity. So once again, back to what we talked about earlier, it's not the temperature so much that makes you uncomfortable, it's the humidity.
Yes.
So if you have better humidity control, you can set your thermostat higher, and you can even increase your energy savings that way, because now maybe you set the home at 80 and you have your humidity setting at a place that's comfortable for you as a homeowner. It varies for each person, but the point being, you can even increase your energy savings with that humidity control.
Right. My Wi-Fi thermostat that I have here doesn't give me my humidity control, so I actually went out and bought like a little portable one, very inexpensive, that tracks the humidity within the home. I set it right on top so I can kind of help gauge where my temperature wants to be in my home, where I'm comfortable. But also, as it gets hotter outside and you have a lower temperature on your AC, it's going to run faster and faster, or more often causing more energy use. So basically, I think we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah, we're going to take a break for news. We'll be right back with Speedy on Call here on WPSL.
Plans are being formulated for a permanent memorial to the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. Pulse nightclub owner Barbara Poma said the One Pulse Foundation and a task force are working on the idea for a memorial at the gay nightclub in Orlando, where 49 people were killed and dozens more were injured last June.
Today, it is with great privilege to announce the establishment and activation of the One Pulse Foundation, whose purpose will be to honor the 49 lives that were taken, the 68 who were injured, all of our affected survivors, the countless first responders and healthcare professionals who treated them.
The nonprofit foundation is currently collecting ideas and thoughts from Pulse survivors, family members, and community members on what the memorial should look like. Poma opened Pulse in 2004 as a way to honor her brother who died of AIDS. Governor Rick Scott is hoping the court of public opinion will get lawmakers to restore funding to a couple of his favorite programs. Lawmakers instituted cuts to Visit Florida and Enterprise Florida, and Scott claims lawmakers are engaged in backroom dealing.
They've turned their back on the constituents, and on top of they're doing this not in the sunshine. They're doing it behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on. I haven't seen the final budget.
The House Speaker, however, has been upfront about his reluctance to fund these programs, calling them corporate welfare. The Florida legislature, meanwhile, will be going into overtime to pass a new state budget, but that may not be the end of it. For the first time since he became governor, Rick Scott is talking about vetoing the entire budget. Senate President Joe Negron says that would be unfortunate because the Senate did what it could for him.
The Senate has fought hard for the governor's priorities the entire session. We funded Visit Florida at the amount requested by the governor. We funded economic development.
The governor is now in the midst of a 3-day statewide tour of 10 cities, trashing the budget and trying to whip up support for a veto. With news on the Florida News Network, I'm Deborah Roberts.
Warning, if you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-976-9749. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-976-9749. That's 1-800-976-9749. 1-800-976-9749.
A woman is shocked after no one stepped in to help her while she was being robbed while using an ATM in a busy store in Tampa earlier this week.
They were just standing around. I said, he's robbing me, and nobody was doing nothing.
Security video shows a man grab Amy Ross from behind and pry the money right out of her hands Monday morning. Another woman is seen continuing to use a different ATM while Ross struggled with the robber right beside her. Ross says she thought she was safe while using the ATM because the store was busy with customers and clerks nearby, yet no one tried to help her. Police say witnesses of a crime should call 911 but are not required to by law. A 3-year-old boy has been reunited with his parents several hours after workers at a fast food restaurant in Orlando saw him wandering in the parking lot wearing only a T-shirt and diaper around 2 this morning. The workers quickly pulled the boy through the drive-thru window to get him away from traffic and called 911. It took police several hours to locate the boy's parents. I'm Deborah Roberts, FNN News.
You're listening to Speedy on Call with the experts of Speedy Air Conditioning Service here on WPSL. Call in with your questions, 340-1590. Now, back to your host.
Hey guys, this is Sharon with Speedy AC Service. We are an AC company that services Vero Beach to Hobe Sound. We are a 5-star rated company. We offer expert service in the field, in the office, and our estimates. We have free estimates. We are now offering a labor warranty to go along with your manufacturer warranty of your new AC unit if it's less than 2 years old. The manufacturer offers a 10-year parts. So with Speedy, you can add a 10-year labor if your unit is less than 2 years old, and you can call us out and you're not paying anything. We'll take care of everything for you. Also, we're doing a giveaway with a Honeywell Wi-Fi Focus Pro 6000 thermostat for anybody that doesn't install for, this is May, right? I'm still working on March and April. I can't believe it's already flipped to May. We're for May and I believe June. So the estimates are free. Just give the office a call at 772-871-1560. You can check us out with the Better Business Bureau, with the Rude Manufacturer's website, Home Advisor, Angie's List. We're a 5-star rated company providing expert service. We do have Randy on the line. He is a rep from Rude. He is en route. He just landed this morning from a conference, so we are tag teaming with him over the air. So, and we want to make sure he's coming to the right location because I just found out that they used to be at a different location. Randy,
we moved back in 2006, so I hope you're not headed to the old location.
No, I'm headed to Metzger Road.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
yeah. I didn't even think about that part and everything. So, so we've talked about SEER ratings. So if anybody out there wants ask Randy a question, just give the station a call at 340-1590. I know he's on the road, but, we're tag teaming here and doing a great job. Hopefully he'll show up pretty soon, but so far we're doing really good. So just call the station, 340-1590. You've got opportunity here to talk with a rep from Rude, get more information about their product and their services that they offer. So,
I'll throw in there real quick while we're talking about SEER and energy efficiency. There is a document that not an independent, but a government agency issues for each system to show that it is certified that it does achieve that specific SEER rating. So it's generated by the segment of the government called AHRI, and each system has a document that shows this particular condenser with this particular indoor unit achieves this SEER rating. And just to give a little basic knowledge, most residential homes are what they call a split system, meaning I have a unit outside, which is called a condenser, and that's because the compressor condenses the gas. That condenser can either be an air conditioner or a heat pump. The indoor unit is, in our climate, 99% of the time called an air handler. So it takes those two pieces of equipment to actually make a system. So you have an outdoor unit and an indoor unit, split system, and that those two components make up a residential system. And those documents show each piece of equipment, and that the government does certify that based on all their research, whatever system you put in does achieve that SEER rating.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I think I remember seeing that piece of paper when I got mine installed, and I actually have all that paperwork hanging in my air handler closet. So should I decide to sell, or if I need additional work, then number one, I know who to call. Number two, I can get my installer out there, and I just have all that information there ready for the next person that might come along and buy the home or whatever. I also would like to mention anybody out there that's had that's listening that might have had an AC unit installed by us. We do have that $100 referral bonus program. That if you refer somebody to Speedy AC and they decide to go ahead with us for an install, there is a $100 gift card that you'll receive, and that's pretty handy. You can go out and do a lot with $100.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. We can do a lot with $100. We also have 0% financing going on because, air conditioning units can cost a lot of money. And, it's coming up on the heat of the season, and sometimes we want to save that money for a vacation. But with 0% financing up to 36 months, that allows us to get a more energy-efficient unit, allows us to keep our home cool and make us comfortable, and gives us that peace of mind. So just give the office a call at 772-871-1560.
And rebates back from Rude.
Rebates back from Rude up to $750. That is correct. We have a trade-in allowance with Speedy of $250. And there's some coupons out there. Just check out our website at www.speedyacservice.com and check out our Facebook page for any promos or additional information, reviews. We're a 5-star rated company. Our crew out, the technicians out in the field, they're just really great guys. The guys in the office that do the estimates, Dave and Jeff, they are just incredible. So the estimate's free. If you're thinking about it, don't wait too late till your system's broken down. We're really getting pretty busy here, as I'm sure probably a lot of other AC companies are. But you want to also make sure that company is licensed, and your permit gets pulled, because I understand the city of Port St. Lucie, they're starting to crack down. And if you don't have that permit, it's going to be your responsibility as the homeowner to pay any fines and fees associated with that. So Speedy pulls the permit for you. We do that for you, so you don't have to do that yourself. So, we do.
But then there is an inspection afterwards,
there is
which closes that permit, which is just, it lets you know that everything is the way that it should be.
It passes. Everything is working properly, connected properly. We do have a set of certain steps that we take, and that's probably going to be another topic of conversation at one of the other shows of installation, why we do what we do and what to look for. So, but if you have any questions for Randy, he is a Rude rep. You can get a question for him. Call the station at 340-1590. And we'll see if we can answer those questions for you, or call our office at 772-871-1560 for a free estimate. for any questions about maintenance or repairs, the gals in the office will be able to help you quite a bit.
Now is a great time, too, for maintenance because we're going into that when it's just going to get hotter from here on out.
Correct.
So,
yes.
And maintenance would tell you if you have maybe potential problems down the road.
Correct. And, one of the main things I've noticed is they have I think it's called an overflow little switch box or something. It gets kind of the green goo in there. But if you, as the homeowner, once a month when you do your change out your filter, or at least every quarter, put a quarter cup of bleach in there and follow it by some water, not lemon bleach, just not scented bleach, just basic bleach. As a homeowner, you're going to save money without, you're not going to have a technician come out there and service something and say, oh, you're just clogged, do this. You're going to save that $70. So when you're going to save that $70, you can take that and put it into the 5-year and 10-year labor warranty, and then you don't have to worry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you can spend it more wisely by doing the labor warranty instead of, having one of our guys come out, oh, it's $70, and we're just going to put bleach in, because nobody wants to pay $70 for somebody to put bleach in.
And you feel kind of dumb.
You do, and
and I have to say that's gotten us a couple times at my house.
Right.
You're like, the air conditioner's kicking off. Why is it not working? Well, because the sensor has sensed that there's water in that drain line.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
Just be very diligent
you
about
can do that yourself.
Yeah, you can do it yourself. That's one thing that's simple. You can do it yourself. Save that money, save that service call, and use that towards a labor warranty purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And then peace of mind for 10 years. That's pretty incredible. And it doesn't cost that much.
Mm-hmm.
And just call the office at 7. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just going to jump in real quick. So far as maintenance, sometimes it's easy to push off the things that you don't think are important, and maintenance is very important. And the reason that it is we all know that we should change the oil in our car between 3,000 and 5,000 miles, depending on what kind of oil you use. Well, guess what? Your AC system runs a lot more than your car does.
That is correct.
So it's vitally important to, first of all, protect your investment. Second of all, make sure, as you just said, we don't have any clogged drain lines or anything like that. Our filters are clean. And, as it's very important, just like with us, as we get older, we got to get checkups. As your system gets older, it's important to stay on top of that and avoid any surprises.
That is correct. And with the warranties, especially the manufacturer's warranty, you do have to do a maintenance every year in order to keep that warranty in place, because they're going to ask, and they're going to want to see evidence that you've been doing a periodic maintenance on that. And that's just a technician coming out and just looking at all the components, checking everything, and making sure it's okay and signing off on that. And if something happens, then your warranty is in place, both labor-wise and both parts-wise with the manufacturer. So maintenance is very key, very important for your car, for your home, for your AC, for yourself. I mean, it's important.
Now, you mentioned warranties. Now, the warranty on the actual units, the inside and the outside, are they the same? Does it differ from manufacturer to manufacturer? And maybe just touch upon what Root is offering.
Yeah. Randy, go with that one.
So there are, depending on the age of the equipment, there are different warranty coverages. Now, about 2007 was when other manufacturers began really realizing it was better for the consumer to have a better parts warranty.
Mm-hmm.
By 2010, it was about 99% of all manufacturers had some type of extended parts warranty. And back to, Sharon, what you've been touching on recently with extended labor warranty, the quote-unquote surprise, unfortunately, was, well, the part's under warranty. Well, unfortunately, the labor to install that part is not under warranty.
Correct.
So it's a great thing that you guys are doing so far as selling or offering that extended labor warranty for the homeowner, because that gives you complete peace of mind. No matter what happens, you call Speedy, they'll be out, and it's taken care of.
Right, and I think with the new install anyway, Speedy AC does cover the first year with labor. So that gives you less than 2 years of a new unit. You can add on that extended labor warranty to make sure you're protected throughout the rest of the year instead of paying $70 every time somebody comes out and it's a clogged drain or something very minor. Those add up pretty fast. And, you get at the top of the list if you have that labor warranty. We take care of those customers. They're a top priority for us because they have paid extra money for that. And so we just want to make sure that they're covered and they're serviced. And don't waste your money on $70 service call. Just go ahead and get that labor warranty, be done with that. And if you get a clogged drain, they'll come out. You don't pay $70. You're covered.
Now still to the equipment outside and inside covered the same. I mean, because you really have two parts,
right?
Yeah. As long as they are the same manufacturer and installed at the same time. So let's say it's a new root system that gets installed. It's a match through the ARI, that government agency I was talking about. You get a 10-year parts warranty that comes standard from the factory, and then of course Speedy gives you several different options so far as labor warranty.
No, that's a great warranty.
Yeah,
it
really is. It's considering, you could easily have a clogged drain once, twice a year if you're not maintaining and not being conscious about what you need to do. That's already $140. So $140 over 10 years, that's a lot. How long, if you have a part that goes bad, does typically the turnaround time with root, if it is a root system or another manufacturer, are those pretty quick? Like the coil goes out or something like that, something's kept in stock, 24-hour turnaround?
As a general statement, most of those parts are stock. So coils, blower motors, circuit boards, condenser fan motors, that's the motor on the outdoor unit. Obviously, you can't stock everything for every unit, but Tropic and Root do a really good job of making sure that we've got those parts readily available. And the organization I work for, Tropic Supply, actually has 23 branches in Florida. So if the local branch doesn't have it, it's not unusual for me to jump in a van, go to Fort Myers, and pick up a part.
And aren't I think maybe some of the service calls, is it a fuse? Do they have fuses? Do they just kind of go out and then cause problems with the AC running properly? Or am I just thinking wrong?
No, you're correct. There are some some parts that are not specific to a manufacturer, some general parts, like you just said, fuses, thermostats, wiring, different parts that are not specific. Doesn't matter what brand of equipment you have, there are some common items. And Speedy's trucks are stocked very well. So generally they have everything they need to do general repairs. And then obviously if it's a specific make or model that needs a part, they would go back to that distributor and get that part.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, I think we're going to take a quick break here, but if you, again, are interested in that free estimate, give the office a call at 772-871-1560. If you have a question for Randy, call the station at 340-1590.
Come on in, we'll roll up our sleeves. There's a lot of work to do. If you want the job done right, we're ready for you.
Ready, set, cool. Treasure Coast residents, are you ready to keep your home or business cool through the summer and warm each winter? The expert technicians at Speedy Air Conditioning are ready to handle everything from maintenance and repairs to emergency service. Right now, hit a home run in savings with up to $750 off and 0% financing for 24 months on qualified systems from Rude. Call Speedy Air Conditioning for all the details at 871-1560. From Stewart to Vero Beach, Speedy Air Conditioning is your HVAC and indoor air quality company. License CAC 1817623. From maintenance and repairs to new product installation, count on Speedy Air Conditioning.
If you want the job done right, we're ready for you.
Online, SpeedyACService.com. Call 772-871-1560. You're listening to Speedy On Call with the experts of Speedy Air Conditioning Service here on WPSL. Call in with your questions, 340-1590. Now, back to your host.
Hey guys, this is Sharon. Welcome back to Speedy on Call. If you're joining us for the first time, this is Speedy AC Service. We have Randy. He's en route, but I think we're just going to be wrapping up this show in a few minutes. But if you have questions for him, he is a rep from Rude Manufacturing, so you can call the station here at 340-1590 to ask him any questions you might have about their product, and he'll answer those questions for you. Speedy AC, we service the Treasure Coast from Vero Beach to Hope Sound. We currently have a promo going on where we're giving away with a Honeywell Wi-Fi Focus Pro 6000 for the month of May and June. For any customer that has an install, we're going to put your name in a drawing, and then at the end of June or early July, we'll pull out a name, and you can win this Honeywell Wi-Fi Focus Pro 6000 thermostat. It's a $325 value. Currently, also with Rude, there's a manufacturing rebate up to $750. We also are offering 0% financing with approved credit up to 36 months. We are a 5-star company. Check out our reviews on the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Home Advisor, the Rude website. Our crew and our staff I think, is really top-notch, and we're licensed, and we really want to be here to help that customer have comfort within their home and peace of mind, especially those snowbirds when they decide to leave. You want to make sure your AC unit has been checked before you leave. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure you have that clean filter in there before you leave. And if you have that Wi-Fi thermostat or you don't, pick one up somewhere and just give yourself that peace of mind, and have somebody watch your place for you, and then just call our office for any kind of maintenance or service. Randy, do you have anything you want to add and final notes here towards the end of the show here?
We've got about 7 minutes left in the program.
Yeah, got about 7 minutes. Anything you want to put out there that the consumer might need to know about Rude or air conditioners in general, thermostats?
Other than, it's like I said, if you have an existing system that's, I would say, more than a year old, you need to do regular maintenance. It's, as I said, the older the system gets, actually the more important the maintenance gets. And if and when that time comes to replace that system, obviously you want to start with Speedy, but whoever you have come out, make sure that they do a heat load, or what is commonly referred to as a load calculation, on the house.
Right.
Like I said, it's just as bad to have a system that's too big as it is to have a system that's too small. If you have a system that's too big, it actually what they call short cycles, and the home will feel cold and clammy. Ugh. Because it cycles so frequently, it never actually removes the humidity from the house. It just lowers the temperature and feels like a cave in there. So it's very, very important to make sure that whoever comes out and gives you that estimate, should be Speedy first, but whoever comes out, that they do that load calculation. I know Speedy does that.
Yeah, and just make sure they're licensed too. There's a lot of, we understand that AC units cost a lot of money, but I also know from personal experience you get what you pay for. So just be very careful as a consumer. Do your homework. Check out the websites. Check out the reviews. And you can check out the FPL website. They have very good bullet points on what to look for a contractor, and what happens to you as the homeowner if you don't use a licensed contractor and you don't have a permit pulled. And also when it comes to service calls, sometimes our service calls are very they're really, only thing wrong is that clogged drain, that green slime that kind of builds up because you're not keeping that line clean, and that's, to me, is kind of you have to have it done because your AC unit is coming off and on, mm-hmm. but you're spending that service call amount. If you have a repair done, we waive that $70, but you're coming out and you're paying $70 when if you would just take some bleach, about once a quarter cup, put that in that drain line, follow it with some water, you're going to save that service call, and you can take that money that you're saving and put it towards a labor warranty that Speedy is offering. We have a 5-year.
Or even just a maintenance checkup.
Yeah, even just a maintenance checkup, exactly. It's just like Randy was saying, your car, you've got to change that oil filter. If you want something to last, you've got to do maintenance. You've got to do regular checkups, even with yourself personally. As we get older, you just want to make sure that you're doing everything you can for the longevity of your AC unit and less repairs and just peace of mind going through, especially if you're snowbirding or leaving.
I'll add one other thing. If you are somebody that has an older system, and for some reason every time the air conditioner comes on, it trips a breaker, that's your warning that you need a new system, because 90% of the time what's happening with an older system, when that compressor comes on, trips the breaker, that means that that compressor, which is the engine for the air conditioner, is drawing so much electricity, it's so weak that when it tries to kick on, it draws all that extra electricity, trips the breaker.
Wow.
That's a warning, because eventually it will not start, and then you'll have to pay a diagnostic fee, and you'll be without air.
That's right. And you don't want to be without air in Florida. And, with an AC unit, just like a car, you can't see what's inside unless you kind of get down. Some air handlers are in the attic. And some of them where you can get in there and look, but those coils, if you don't have regular maintenance done, get gunk and get clogged up, just like the coils on the outside unit. Those have to be cleaned, because if you don't, it's going to cause more pressure, more work for your unit. Just like if you put on a mask and you're trying to breathe through a mask, it's hard to breathe through that mask because you've only got a certain square inches of air that's coming in and out that you keep using. So I think that's kind of the same thing with the coils on the outside of the AC unit and the inside. You don't see that, and they get clogged. Mine was bad. I didn't realize how bad they were, but I bought the house, and I had it replaced immediately because I didn't want to deal with, my unit going out, and if I'm back in Colorado or just traveling in general, and then I have a big issue and get mold and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So,
are there any other warning signals that your air conditioner might be having a problem? I mean, you mentioned the breaker. Is there any other signs that would tell us it's time to call someone?
If the lights are dimming when the system comes on, so your air conditioner comes on and you notice the lights dim or flicker a little bit, that's another warning sign. Hey, I may have a problem with my air conditioner. It could be an electrical problem, but it's, my opinion, easier to start with an air conditioner, especially if you have a system that is 5 years or more older, and you notice there's fluctuation in electricity when it comes on. You need to call, because you're getting a warning signal that something's not right.
And if you've had it that long and you're the original and you've never had it serviced, you got to get it done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So give Speedy AC Service a call at 772-871-1560. We do maintenance, we do service calls, and we do new installs, and we have quite a few rebates going on. You can check out our website at www.speedyacservice.com or our Facebook page.
And, of course, we have those numbers here at the station. We'll be happy to pass them along to you anytime you need them. We're out of time.
Well, thanks, Randy. It's been awesome. I was hoping to get to see you, but, hey, this worked out pretty good. We appreciate you taking the time. I know you just flew in this morning.
Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
And you're listening to WPSL, Port St. Lucie.